Cheese. Water. Mic stand. Awesome tech guy.
Okay.
Dun dun dun. I have a visual novel recommendation.
What's that?
It's called Doki Doki no Obama.
Oh my god.
Hold on, I got one.
Have you tried turning it off and back on again? Have you tried turning it off and back on again?
When? I will slap you.
I'm gonna make that your new profile picture.
What? You're just waving?
Yeah, the look on your face. Oh, you got a soundboard?
I love having a camera on my face.
Good.
Welcome to America, where you can go see Game of Thrones in theaters.
Say hello to the people at home, Paco.
Hello to the people at home, Paco.
Good. Say hello to the people at home.
Hello to the people at home.
Good, I'm glad everyone does that. I mean, honestly, right now it's mostly just for doing close-ups of people's butts, but, you know.
Everything's on my end. Making sure it's turned up, yeah. But I can also double check.
Say hello to the people at home, Arcee.
Yeah, it's reading you should not be filming me.
And yet...
Look, guys, we're opening the file.
Oh man!
Ooh.
So exciting!
Oh god, we're so close.
No, it's just the language, you know.
Yes.
The language.
We're not allowed to speak English.
Yeah, only Japanese from now on.
And
So I'll be able to say 4 words.
and Borginian.
I don't. Well, cool.
Who are you nerds?
I don't know. You tell me. Alright. No, I'll start. No, I'll start.
Jordan!
What do we do?
Jordan Peter! Okay.
Who's starting it?
Welcome everybody to Visual Novels from Hell and or Visual Novels and You, because we're not 18 plus this year.
We expect it to be. We
I
expect it to be. We
know.
expect it to be. Whatever. We're chill. It's cool. It's visual novels are for everyone. So
Yes. Well, most visual novels are for everybody.
Is Sayano for everybody?
No babbies here, I see.
Okay.
Alright.
Either way.
So we are the Let's Dub Project. We're a group of about, well, we don't have 50 voice actors here today, but that's how many are in our group right now, and we do, you know, dubbing videos for YouTube and things like that. So that said, we have played a lot of visual novels. We've seen good ones, bad ones, weird ones, ones where you date John Cena, ones where you date Obama, ones where you date Shia LaBeouf, birds, mantises, all sorts of stuff. Horses, washing machines, printers, yeah, all that stuff. So we're going to show you guys what we have discovered in the dregs of the internet.
Just do right left. My mouse is acting like a fool, so just do right left. Button.
Yes, we've already been through this.
Yes. We did the thing.
We did the thing.
Oh, but we didn't introduce ourselves. Hi, I'm Ash. What's up? I'm one of the actors, and I'm also our social media person.
Yes.
Director, Instagram person.
I'm Peter. I'm the on-show person.
He's Big Boss.
I'm Big Boss.
He's our producer.
Yes. And
I'm Marianne. I'm a voice actress.
Yay.
I do the things.
she does the things with the voices.
Okay. Yeah, so
Go
we did
ahead.
that. Whoa, that's you, Peter.
So, what is a visual novel? First of all, who here has not actually played a visual novel before and has no idea what we're talking about?
I've never played one.
Nice. Okay. Well, a visual novel, the best way I can describe it is, who here has ever read a Choose Your Own Adventure book? Well, it's sort of like that, except it is digital, and you use text and imagery, and it's sort of like just reading a book. And you get choices along the way sometimes. Some visual novels have different gameplay elements. It's all sorts of stuff. It's interactive. That's what sets it apart.
Some of you might recognize as Fate, Saber from Fate. Because guess what? Fate's a visual novel series of like 7 bajillion visual novels.
Most animes were visual novels first. Well, not most, but a lot of them.
Yeah, most anime start as either a manga, a light novel, or a visual novel.
Yes,
Very
indeed.
few start as Japan.
Go right ahead. Just a couple examples here. We got Steins Gate, which is also an anime, and one of the higher rated ones because the artwork is amazing and so is the story. And we have, I can't see
This is
it.
Hataka Shitsuji. It's a terrible, terrible game that I love. What we want to show here, just real fast, this is my panel, this is my slide. They don't just include choices, they may also have additional elements that go with them. Steins;Gate makes use of the cell phone graphic. You can talk to people. You're like, hey, what's going on? That's not at all what you say. Things like Hataka Shitsuji, they can use things like calendars and maps. You have to be in a certain room at a certain time. Those are just additional elements that can work along with the narrative choices.
Honey Pop is
we'll have that
sort of a
conversation.
sort of
We're
a
gonna have
visual
that
novel,
conversation.
kind of. It's one of those with gameplay elements.
Have you heard of Oriamo?
Yes.
It's a good game.
Anyway.
Go ahead.
And Kiosk. Oh,
Okay, so do we have sound?
Do we have sound? Good question.
Did they just fix the sound?
Did he just fix the sound? Just it should be it's embedded, so just press play.
He said it should.
So we're gonna show you if we have sound. Even if we don't have sound, we'll show you anyway. Kind of what a visual novel looks like. So this is
Something we dubbed.
something we dubbed called a game called Octopier. It's an indie visual novel.
We do have it, but you can turn it up a little bit.
We did easily listen to it. That's the volume. It's gonna be what it's gonna be.
It's gonna be great. Thank you.
It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be wonderful. Positive adjectives.
I kind of want to just redub it.
Alright, let's see.
She smiles with an ease that makes her seem greater and more delightfully. Her delicate hand plays lightly with the sword.
It comes on like a minute. You can turn it off.
This girl, also the worker at Maison, isn't she a little
Go ahead.
young? Besides, she isn't dressed like a harlot.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'll notice, you'll see, okay, so this is actually something we dubbed called Octopier. It's a project we're working on right now. The original game does not have any voice acting. But you'll notice we have the use of sprite, text that goes across the screen, in professional voice.
Do you want to
professional
shut the
voice
door?
I'm going to right now. They will include music, they'll include voice acting. I think we redid the music for Octopier.
Yeah, that particular scene we added new music in.
Screen transitions.
Yes. Screen transitions, music.
This is now a closed panel. You can't escape.
Oh no. You're all
You're
stuck,
stuck in here with me.
in visual novels from
Escape the room.
I mean, like, so honestly, what happens after this is really funny. So if you go watch it on our channel, you can see what happens.
Or play the
And I'm
actual
gonna
visual
see-
novel itself. It's quite good. It's on Steam right now,
Yep.
so go right ahead.
All right. Haha. So we're gonna give you a really brief rundown so you kind of understand.
What?
We're gonna give you a really, really brief rundown so you kind of understand why visual novels are what they are, because it's weird. It's weird stuff. So basically, visual novels came out of an era in video games in the early 80s where if you wanted something narrative, it was text and pictures. I'm tired of yelling, so I'm projecting, but it's still like.
There are mics.
I'm gonna
Yes.
stop. I was theater projecting and it was hurting. Okay. They came out of an era in which if you wanted something narrative, it was pictures and text. We had the Japanese and the Americans fighting over like, okay, who's gonna be the best computer manufacturer? It's gonna be us, it's gonna be them. What are we gonna do? You know, Japanese were outpacing us in actual graphic quality. This is a Japanese game, this is an American game. Basically, this is the original American game, and the Japanese were like, let's make it better. And they did.
They added colors.
Yeah, so, I don't know, if you're like upper 20s into the 30s, you may remember this game on like the old computer lab at your elementary school. I know I played it. I don't know.
It's not Oregon Trail though.
It's not Oregon Trail. It wasn't the Oregon Trail computers, it was the other computers. Anyway,
Oh, the
Clearly
other
every game
computer.
from back then is Oregon Trail.
I mean, I don't know. Keep going.
Go ahead.
So, in this era in which people were trying to make stuff sell, that's when we started with what would become, visual novels. They started these things called eroges, which the whole point was that you were trying to hook up with somebody. Like, that was literally it. Very, very first one was Nightlife by Koei, which you may recognize as Koei Tecmo now. That was 82. The whole point was like, I'm gonna pick you and we're gonna do it. That was the game. It was the whole game. Not I said do it. Like we're good. Okay.
Yes, both Square and Enix started
Yes.
with this genre of games, believe it or not. So
Square, Enix, Falcom, Koei all started with these kinds of games where that was the goal. That was it. That was the totality of the game. That was early 80s. After that didn't work anymore, people were like, oh man, we're bored. We're bored of the same game over and over and over and over and over and over again. That's when they include things like RPG elements. And Chaos Angels is one of the first, is by Asking in '89. To show kind of how important that this was in the development, Chaos Angels and Dragon Knight would go on to do at least 2 more games in that same series. People loved that RPG element to it. It expanded the gameplay. This game right here, Rants, its final game comes out next year. After 18 total games, 10 in the main series. And in 10 in the main series are a continuous story.
basically the Simpsons of visual novels.
So that just kind of shows like how it was like people loved it. They were like, yeah, let's do this. Rants is one of the most critically acclaimed games of all time. For people who like that kind of game. Like, you know, whatever. People love it. It's great. Okay, so actually this mic is bothering me. Okay. So the next big thing was actually not until 1992 with Dokyusei, all Japanese. L4 came out with what would be for the first dating sim. It was the first time they said, okay, you know what, we're gonna give you multiple girls to choose from. You're not just gonna pick one and go, let's go. You're gonna get to choose which girl you get to be like, let's go. It was huge, it was huge. It was like, oh my God, I can play this game over and over and over again. Like 4 times. Because there's 4 girls. Yeah! At the exact same time, Chunsoft had put out these things called sound novels. Now, keeping in mind at this time, all these dating sims and ROGs and all this kind of good stuff, they didn't really have a lot of music. It was very, very simple. Very, very text heavy, very, very visual heavy. These sound novels had come out by Chunsoft, and they trademarked it and everything, wherein it was the first time they had music. And there was text over these lovely little backgrounds, and again, multiple story routes.
This is one of the major things that sets it apart from Choose Your Own Adventure books is you have these sounds and mostly the audio.
Like these sound novels were basically people able to go, oh, I'm going to do a Choose Your Own Adventure novel, but have this really nice music and background to go with it. So then, 96, Leaf is like, oh man, people love this whole dating sim thing. People really like this sound novel thing. Peanut butter and my chocolate. Let's just moosh that together and see what happens.
People are interested in this.
People like this. Oh my God! So basically, this is what became the modern visual novel in the mid-90s. Was them saying, okay, we're gonna take this dating sim thing where people date multiple girls. It's gonna be great. We're gonna take all these sound novel elements. And we're just gonna give you sound, and we're gonna give you multiple storylines, we're gonna give you pictures, and we're gonna give you multiple girls or boys or whatever. And we're gonna give you this game. And Shizuku was the very first one that had all these things incorporated into one game, and would become the granddaddy of all modern visual novels with that same format. And that was in the 80s.
Of course, horror games came out of this, so they said, we have sound, let's murder people.
That's it. That too.
Everybody likes that. Yay.
So, and then Peter's gonna do this next part, but there's a bunch of different types of visual novels, and just real fast, looking at these pictures, top game, raise your hands, well, not raise your hands, give me a nice little shout. Top game, who do you think that was made for? Men or women?
Men.
Maybe even give me an age range if you want.
Men in their older 30s.
Yes! Precisely.
If you played the PS2 game, it's all ages.
True.
This version was made for me.
The bottom one, give me a guess. What do you think it was made for?
Still men in the early 50s.
So someone said it right. The top one is Shuffle. It's a game made for dudes. Bottom one is Uda. Is that Uda no Prince Sama? No. Wait, what is that? No, that's not Uda no Prince. What did I put there?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
It's an
Oda. I don't
whatever.
remember. Maybe
There we go.
Dandelion. I don't remember. I'm tired. I don't remember things.
Bunch of really
Oh,
excited
it's
guys
Kamigami no
with
Asobi.
hair.
Thank you.
Come on.
It's Kamigami no Asobi where you get to play as Bishonen versions of the Greek gods because, you know, why not?
Sounds good to me.
So yeah, so types of visual novels, all about the audience. Peter, take it away.
Okay, go right ahead.
Oh, I'm still going? Or you're going?
So, of course, we are going to start with this particular genre, which, of course, is where all visual novels came from, which is You pronounce it different than me. What was it?
I say erogy, but like
I
I'm
always
an
said
anglophone.
eroge, but
I'm an anglophone. So, like I could be getting it totally wrong.
Eroge. So, of course, I can't really say a whole lot about this because we're not 18 plus, as I keep saying. So, you know, as you know, we explained that all visual novels come from this particular genre. So, you know, you didn't hear that. And this particular slide really makes me want some nachos. Next slide. We have our tearjerkers, of course, like that white box game that this gentleman was describing earlier, because you can find beauty in emotion, and sad games are sometimes the best. This particular game, Sayano Uta, is very messed up, but it's very well written and very sad.
So is this one.
Sweet pool. Yep. So next one. Of course, Bishoujo, all the games with, you know, there's a lot of pretty girls in the city, there's a lot of pretty girls in this town. Gotta pick the right one. Anyhow, so that's the harem games, you know, one male protagonist, a lot of women. Pretty self-explanatory. And Otome, which is one male or female protagonist and a lot of dudes with really long hair and multicolored eyes, most obviously.
For no, there's variety. They're just all pretty. They're just all really pretty.
Yes.
Needs more pigeons.
Whatever. You know what? You're correct.
Definitely needs more pigeons. And Yuri and Yaoi, of course. So we've got our boy-on-boy, girl-on-girl games here. Lamento, Absolute Obedience, Nurse Love Addiction, Kindred Spirits on the Roof is a really good Yuri. Highly recommended.
Basically, any of the genres described before, you can then take the yaoi or yuri brush and paint it. So you can have an otome, but it's a yaoi otome, so instead of a female main character, it's a male main character. Same thing with the yuri. You can have a gal game, paint it with a yuri brush. Your male MC becomes a female MC. There's other thematic changes, but that's basically it.
You'll learn in visual novels that there is basically no limit to the kind of stuff that people can come up with for this. There, you know, you name it, there's everything out there. Next slide.
Stop it! My shame, my secret shame.
We've got our visual novel influence games like Phoenix Wright 999, Hotel Dusk. These are all Nintendo DS games. Nintendo DS had a lot of good ones, actually.
It really did.
Of course, has anybody here played the Telltale series of games? Walking Dead, Wolf Among Us. Those are versions of visual novels in that they don't have a lot of gameplay element, it's a lot of story, but there are choices involved and things like that. Next one.
And in that visual novel, kind of like that style is also just really, really popular for general storytelling. Like even things like Banner Saga have that style of, here's a sprite, here's your character, we're gonna make choices based off things. So it's very prevalent, that visual aesthetic is very prevalent in Western and Eastern games. It's just everywhere.
Have you heard of Persona?
Yes, that's a good visual novel type series.
Maybe once or twice.
I like it when they have illusion of choice, like put it in, put it in.
There's a particular game, we'll talk about it briefly, called Sound of Drop, which is a game, basically the whole thing is based on getting like a bazillion bad endings. Like every choice you make, one of them is a bad ending. So they're like, I think there's like 30 something bad endings and maybe like 2 or 3 good ones. It's insane. Indie Realm, I believe so.
Yeah, so basically, visual novels in the indie realm, go to the next one. So, I don't know if any of y'all were from the Newgrounds era. I'm from the Newgrounds era. You could go on Newgrounds any day of the week and be like, I'm gonna pick 3 dating sim and they're gonna be different every single day.
Best artwork ever.
Excuse you, I've seen better. Thank you very much.
I don't know, it's no
Basically,
gender bender.
because visual novels are like from a technical perspective and just the way you can develop the development perspective, they're one of the more simple games, especially nowadays, that you can develop. I could go home right now and I could write you up a visual novel with art and voice acting, actually. Call some friends, hey, come over. Voice act. I could go home and make a visual novel tonight if I wanted to. It'd be terrible, and I could do it.
They're
so
the ones that have been made overnight.
Like the ones made in 3 days, this whole thing. Like these, so you can go, so this is Newgrounds right now on the left. That's what Newgrounds looks like right now if you go in Dating Sim. You'll notice, this is, if you go into Google App Store right now and type in Otome, it's just like 7 pages of this. It just goes on. Missing Messenger is in there. It's cool. So it's a very popular design form. This is why it's so popular. This software is free. This software is free. this software is free, this software is free. Okay, things like Rempe, Tyranno Builder, Twine, GameMaker, Novelty, they let you just do whatever you want. Like you can go in, you download these free softwares, input your sprites, put in your text, you have a visual novel. Twine in particular, Twine uses HTML. You just pull it up in your browser, you can move boxes around, and you can just connect things very visually. There's a lot of these builders that are what you see is what you get. You just drop things in, and it can help you build these games out. Rempe uses Python of all random things.
Yeah, this is basically why visual novels are kind of booming right now, because they're so easy and simple for the regular guy to make.
And
you
can make a game maker. You can make a visual novel in Flash right now if you really wanted to, even though it's kind of going out, whatever. I could build a visual novel in PowerPoint right now if I wanted to. Like, because of the simplicity of the game and the mechanics, they're just really easy to build. Now, because they're so easy to build, well, okay, we'll keep going next one. So these are some ones that are on Steam right now. So we have My Play at Astic Academy. It's got like Peanut Butter Gamer and Pro Jared.
Yeah,
and, like,
who wants to date Pro Jared? Yeah.
Excuse me. Whatever, I'll fight Heidi for him. That's his wife. I don't, whatever. So, like Seduce Me, we actually have
a voice actor in our group that is.
Yeah, there's actually a voice actor in our group who was in Seduce Me.
Halloween Otome is an Otome game we're dubbing, and we're actually going to be the official voices for this game.
They liked our dub so much that they're actually putting us in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
it's
nice.
cool stuff, right? Hustle Cat. So
and then Hustle Cat.
Yeah, so like Astic Academy was made by 2 women. They're like, we're going to make a game, and they did it. So now, because anyone can build a game, they do build a game. So, want to take over what makes a good visual novel?
Yes. So, what makes a good visual novel? Hands up, name me some stuff.
So you're reading a story, what makes that story good for you?
You, sir.
Excitement.
Excitement, yes.
Character development.
That's a big one.
Being able to sympathize with the character's situation.
Yes, that goes with character development. Yes.
Good quality writing and prose.
Yes. Those are all things that make a good visual novel. And,
Art.
Yep, art is good. It doesn't make a whole visual novel, but it helps a lot. Like Steins Gate is probably one of the best visual novels ever, and the art style really helps that along.
I think a really good sound design that helps sort of sell the theme also really helps.
Yep, sound design is good, not necessary, but good. Branching choices help too. That extends the game, especially when the routes that you're going down are actually important. Because there are many visual novels out there that have many different routes, and some routes they either lead to you dying and not really adding anything to the story, or it's like a adult scene or something like that. Most of them. Next slide, please. So we're going to start with our good visual novels. And start with an octave higher. Like I was talking about this one earlier, we're dubbing this on our channel, and this is a game that came out on Steam, I believe, a couple years ago. 2013. Okay.
I think so.
So with this one, it's a visual novel about magic in a town called Overture and an uprising rebellion. It's sort of like one of those that starts out kind of slow and then gets more intense as the visual novel goes on. And it has some good twists and some great music. A lot of it, the town is called Overture, so it revolves a lot around music. And it's a great game. Next slide.
Yeah. Who were the Cat with JoJo? And the 4chan boards.
Yeah.
Maybe once or twice.
Once or twice.
Katawa Shoujo is one of the more popular ones out there. The premise is around a guy that has a heart problem and has to go to a special school, and it's a sort of a dating sim, kind of, in that there are many choices of girls that this guy can date at the school. And it sounds kind of weird at first because it's like, a guy goes to the school and dates disabled girls. But see, the whole premise of the game is that disabled people are people too. They're just like everybody else, despite any problems and things like that. So it's a really well-written game with really good artwork and really good characters, and it's got a good length. And I recommend this one as well.
And there was a lot of controversy when it first came out. It came from 4chan. Right, it came from that scum of Hivenville and it's 4chan. And if you can read the history of it, it's a history of just comedy of errors.
Exactly.
And so there was a lot of I remember when it first came out, people were like, is this gonna be fetish? Is this gonna be
Stuff, yes.
I swear to God I talk. I promise. Into microphones even. This is me like, but then I think we as a people, were pleasantly surprised to find out that they actually treated the situations very, very well. You know, like the disabilities are brought up. You know, there's some girls that are double amputees.
There's a burn victim.
Blind, deaf.
There's a girl no arms here.
And it was treated very well. So it's brought up, it's touched upon, but it's very clear that they wanted to make sure that these girls were not being held back and that they weren't being victimized as well. So it surprisingly, considering, struck a really good balance.
Respectful.
Very
yeah,
respectful.
exactly.
You know, you wouldn't expect that before chat.
Right?
Yeah. So, next slide.
This is mine, Hakuoki. Yes. Hakuoki, also called Demon of the Fleeting Blossom, one of the very first otome to actually get North American distribution. It wasn't a lot. You know, we got some of the Gal Games stuff, but not many otome. Hakuoki, why am I saying that weird? Also called Demon of the Fleeting Blossom, is basically, it's set in Edo era Japan, right before the fall of the shogunate. 16-year-old girl goes to Kyoto to find her father. Something bad happens to her. End up meeting a bunch of the hot samurai. That's the game. So the hot samurai bring her in, but it actually follows the course of Japanese history with the fall of the shogunate, the opening of the ports. I learned so much. I did the longest route on it, and I learned so much about Japanese history that I didn't know. I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know this. But it's a very accessible game. I mean, the Japanese history can be kind of like, I don't want to play a game about the Civil War. Why would I want to do it about something like that? But it's a very accessible game, very great characters. There's a supernatural element. If you're into Inuyasha, you would like it. If you liked, I'm blanking all of a sudden. I was thinking Samurai 7, but that's not quite right at all.
Kenshin.
That's not, yeah, you like Rurouni Kenshin, yeah. If you like Rurouni Kenshin, if you like Inuyasha like I did growing up, so right up your alley. Romance of Three Kingdoms, Yoito Rocket, right up your alley. Best part is it's out for PS. It's old enough that it's out for PSP, PS Vita, 3DS, PS3. I think they're working on getting it to PS4.
That's
There's an anime
another reason for visual novel boom. Now that I'm thinking about it, is that they are accessible on many different mediums because of how simple the games actually are.
And this is another really great one that if you don't want to play the game, there's an anime. There's a dubbed anime.
They were voice actors here for it.
Yeah, what?
My husband's in the dub. Fun fact.
There you go. Andrew Love, who's here right now, plays my favorite character, which is Toshi's Ichikata. And I didn't realize that. I wasn't thinking about it. Like, I was just like, I was home last night and I was like, oh, wait a minute. And then I had like a moment and I felt bad for myself. Anyway, yeah, like, so it's a very accessible, which is really good. Anytime a visual novel gets made to an anime, obviously you're gonna lose some of the visual novel in the anime because they can't do all the routes. They're gonna pick one and go with it, or they're gonna smoosh them and it's gonna be weird. But it can be a good introduction. Like, I don't know if I want to play this, I'll watch the show. All right, I like this, but what happens with that guy? Well, then you go play the game.
Yeah, well, for example, you know, I hear from a lot of people that the Fate Stay Night anime is actually not as good as the visual novel.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing from a lot of people. So it might be good to start with the anime and then go to the visual novel on that, or vice versa.
I mean, and the whole Fate Stay series is just so like jumbled. It's like whatever. What's up?
They did recently make a new Fate Stay Night series
Yes.
that is adaptation.
Yeah, the Limited Blade works. Like UFO Table has one, the other one has one. There's like
Befotable's the best.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful. See, I see things, I never say them out loud, and then I like say them out loud for the first time, so I like it. Alright, go on.
Yeah.
Attack Loki.
Kindred Spirits on the Roof. This is a pretty good Yuri game that was released on Steam within the last year. Now this is a funny concept. A girl who meets two ghosts on the roof who are both female and both in a relationship, and they want to like pass on to the next world, but because they're ghosts, they can't do the thing that would let them pass on to the next world, if you get my drift. I can't say
Yeah,
that.
no judge, wink, wink.
So they send Yuna, the main character, on a mission to basically be Yuri Cupid and go throughout the school and say, hey, this girl likes that girl, I should like set up a situation with which these girls can get together.
And well, we're actually doing a dub of this right now, in which I'm totally gonna, whatever. I'm Tomi Yuna in this. I'm the main character in this. I love her to death, because she is one of the few like. She is one of the few main protagonists I've played in a game where she's like watching this all unfold in front of her and being like, "What am I doing here?" why am I doing this? I'm a what now? Like, you're a what now?
Like,
You
probably
got-
how a lot of you felt hearing that concept come out of my mouth.
Exactly.
Pretty much
And
as
I
she
love her.
is.
I absolutely love her to death. Like, she's one of my favorite MCs from any anime I've ever played. I'm just
Very
like, I
realistic
get her.
reactions.
She is me. We are one. It's convenient.
Next one.
Yes. I'm straight. This is my favorite visual novel. Like, this is my favorite visual novel. I'm really excited to talk about it. Here's the deal with Dramatical Murder. It is a yaoi visual novel. It is an adult yaoi visual novel. However, it has a PG-13 version for the PS Vita. So if you're not really like into the actual like that side of it, you get this really great story still, where you have this guy. He's living on this island. It's this technological future. He's got a little dog robot pet who's like, oh, wow, it's really deep. It's great. It's Japanese bits. It's important somehow. And he's dealing with these gang wars going on. It's very much a look at the difference between the privatized, super rich sector and the poor. We got pushed out of our homes, and now we're stuck in the slums because rich people came in and took all our land. And he's dealing with this. He's got all these psychological issues. He has memory lapses. He meets people along the way who are also dealing with all these really weird situations where they're trying to fight back against these rich people who came in. There's a character whose land got taken by this rich corporation, and he's trying to come back and get his revenge. You've got characters who are just in it for fun. He's like, I'm gonna hack some stuff, it's gonna be great. You've got a robot.
Yeah.
You got a robot. You got a robot. His name's Clear. He sings about jellyfish. It's amazing. But this again is another one. So if you're not actually into like the yaoi side of it, because there's a PG-13 version for the PS Vita, it's one of those games you can play, get the story, and you get a good story. It's just a good story that I really enjoy. It's one of the few games that I played, and I played every single second of it. It's also an anime. It was made into anime 2 years ago. There's a dubbed version. Chris Ayres and Andrew Love are both in it. Chris Ayres plays Clear the robot. He's also the ADR director. It's good. It's good stuff. But again, it's one of those things where if you think the story might be interesting, there's an anime you can watch instead, get an idea, and then be like, oh yeah, maybe I'll go invest in this game. A lot of fun. So these are some of the things that we that you know. So those games kind of inhabit some of the things we like about visual novels: the accessibility, good stories, fun characters, people that we get. You know, it's like if you're playing, being the MC of a visual novel, if you can't find yourself in that main character, you're out of the story. That's why there's so many harem anime where it's just like skinny kid with black hair, because he's a Mary Sue. You know, it's a way to imprint upon that character. So that's why you see that a lot. So if you have a main character that you can't just get behind, you can't root for, that can take you out of the visual novel. If you can't get into the game at all, if it's not accessible, if you can't play it, if you can't find it, if it's not in English, it's only in Japanese, that can be very, very difficult.
And there are a few really good ones that haven't been translated yet, but the good news is that there is constant work on translations going about now to get these visual novels to America.
And there's a lot of fan communities who are doing that as well. That's how I played Dramatical Murder. I imported it from Japan. It was still in Japanese. I found a fan translation. I was able to read along the script.
That was how I played Danganronpa the first time with the fan translation. So as visual novels are becoming more popular, they're becoming more accessible to both Eastern and Western audiences. All right, so now the weird stuff. This one is Love at First Sight. Obviously, it's a one where you date a Cyclops girl. If you're into the one-eye types.
I mean, I know I am.
Yeah, me too.
Only one eye, look at one place.
Sweet Fuse is an otome that is a lot like Danganronpa, actually, if anybody has played that. The difference is this is more of a female protagonist who, in game canon, is Keiji Inafune's daughter.
Niece.
Niece. I'm sorry, niece.
This is important.
It's very important, these details. She has a temper, and she's basically trapped in a theme park that, he created himself, and this pig thing took over. If we go to the next slide.
Do you have any pictures of him?
Yeah, the
so
pig.
If you don't know who so Keiji Inafune is a Japanese video game developer. If you don't know him, he did Mega Man.
Mighty Number 9.
Shush. He was a creative director on Recore. He'll help me out. Anybody else? Help me out. What else has he done?
Yeah. There we go.
Is that it?
A lot of Mega Man. That's what people know.
Yeah, Mega Man. It's a big one. So basically, this theme park is like owned by Keiji Inafune, and she's like his niece. Like,
whatever, you know.
fine, okay, cool, great.
So go to the next slide. You have all these different types of dudes that you can go down these routes, and you know, you can date them, and there's a different ending for each one of them. You know, this guy's like the super detective guy, as you can tell, and this is your. There's always a little boy in these games.
Wait, is that her or is that the boy?
That's a boy.
Okay.
Why not both?
I haven't played it, so I don't like know
It's
all
a
the
trap.
It's yeah.
Nice
Reverse
here.
trap in this case.
We're
Anyway,
nice here.
Next
We
slide.
use those kinds of words.
That's the pig that takes over everything. He's sort of like, he's exactly like Monokuma from Danganronpa, except he's a pig. That's pretty much.
I mean, the big thing is like I think they're disarming bombs.
Yeah,
It's like that's the big puzzle element.
Yeah, they put bombs all over the park, and everybody has to solve puzzles to make sure like the thing doesn't explode. Next slide. And oh, now we're into Pack a Plus.
Yeah, Pack a Plus.
Pack a Plus is one of the weirder ones with very bad translation. I don't know if they fixed it yet, but the last time I looked, there was some pretty bad. It's hilarious. Okay, so this is a game where it's about this couple where this guy falls asleep on a train and wakes up, and the girl is a fluffy alpaca. So if you go to the next slide.
I would totally date that.
Yeah,
So
it's
cute.
so fluffy.
It's alpaca. It's an alpaca.
It does kind of look like it's like a
You know
sheep
what?
alpaca.
Then the art direction wasn't good enough. You should be able to look at that and be like, alpaca. Or llama maybe.
To be fair, alpaca are basically a cross between sheep and llamas.
Yeah,
So.
admittedly.
What do you know? Next slide. As you can see, the visual novel itself suffers from bad translation, and that makes it better.
They're making love.
Man, no, it's just smooches. It's just smooches.
It isn't an eroge, thankfully. It is a romance game about accepting your whoever you're dating for who they are, I guess, even if they're an alpaca. Next. Yep.
Gakuen Handsome.
Oh yeah, Gakuen Handsome. There's an anime for that.
And there is an anime for that. Gakuen Handsome is basically a yaoi parody game. Hysterical. No, those aren't yaoi hands are huge.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Those are like
Yuri hands.
no,
Yes,
it's
they're
Yuri
the small
arms.
ones.
It's Yuri arms.
Oh.
You're not getting your stereotypes
Whatever.
right.
Anyway.
So basically, the deal with Gakuen Handsome, and flip through some of the slides. Flip to the next slide. The art for each. So basically, the idea is that this main character, whose face, eyes you never see, just it gets accepted into this school, and all the handsome boys want him. Because. And the art, so this is perfect. The art is so inconsistent that this is the same game. like if you go back a panel real fast. So this and this are all the same game. Like every single character sprite is a little bit different. It's a little bit different. And it's funny because like if you don't know going into it what you're in for, you're gonna be like, did a 5-year-old make this? Let's go to the next one. I think the next one's my favorite. Yeah! So basically, the whole thing plays on these yaoi tropes of the sharp chins and the big hands and like all this goofy stuff. Now this one is also an anime. It's on Crunchyroll right now. It is hysterical.
That cannot be real.
It's hysterical. I was like, I did not know what to expect watching it. I was like, I played a little bit of the game. I'm gonna watch it. I cracked up. So it's goofy and like it's great. It's especially great if you do read yaoi or BL, because you'll read it and you'll be like, yep, that's the stuff. That is the stuff that we all do wrong. Shame on us. Yep. Very good.
Oh, my girlfriend is the president. It's basically Fallout 4 if when the nuclear explosion happened, they were like, hey, why don't we elect a Moe girl as president? Instead of somebody actually qualified.
So basically, like, they set this teenage girl as the president. They don't just set this teenage girl as the president. They wipe out the memories of the entire world to let people think that this is just how things are. So this girl is the president, and her classmates are her cabinet and advisors, and the rest of the world's just like, yeah, whatever. The main character people, but the main character is the only one that doesn't have his memory because plot.
You can go to one more.
Yeah.
And talk about how all the world leaders are all teenage girls now, even Russia.
This is Vladimir Putin. As the
Vladimir, oh no.
Yeah, no. See, it's Irina. This is my favorite thing. She's a spaceship.
Literally a spaceship.
Literally a spaceship. Like that's what she looks like as a spaceship flying through space.
Can we calibrate her weapons?
Over 9,000.
I'd calibrate those weapons. Like,
Yeah.
Garrett.
Okay, Garrett.
All right, and then we have our. It exists.
Hey, that's my favorite anime.
Yeah, Seinfeld is my favorite anime too.
No.
It's a visual novel about nothing.
I would like to say I played 4 hours of this game. I still don't know what's going on.
Serious.
I just have one question.
Yes.
Why?
You know what? I stopped questioning why a long time ago.
Yeah.
I
The
just
moment,
accepted into my heart.
the moment you vision visual novel database, you stop questioning why. That's pretty much it.
No, I mean like,
What?
I want him to get it up right now for that last one.
Oh, okay, go back, come on.
Okay, I only have one question.
We'll get there. You're gonna see.
Does
Wait.
it have the little doom 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 doom?
The best part, okay, let me tell you. So you go on, and if you play in the browser, they have the OST as like a separate playable link, like an 8-bit track or something like that. And it's like, it's the theme, but it's like a very slightly chip-tuned version of it. So like you can recognize it, but it's like at first you're like, oh, it's just the, and you're like, that's synthesized. So it's weird. Go just Google it. Like Google it. Go play it in browser.
It is free.
Experience it.
Is there an anime based on it?
You know what? I would not be surprised.
Can we dub it, Peter?
Yeah.
See, actually, the reason we even found out about this is a friend of mine, like, linked it to me on Facebook and was like, hey, get your little dub project to do this one next. And I was like, what is this? And I sent it to him, and then we just, here we're done. What's up?
Is there by chance a spin-off where it's always sunny in Philadelphia?
Oh,
I'm sure
man.
it exists.
Oh, now
Like,
I gotta do
you
that.
name anything for visual
Oh,
novels.
man.
it
And then we,
exists.
Corey in the house.
Oh yeah, no, I know for a fact that one.
Okay, I mean, like I was saying earlier,
Yeah.
there's a John Cena dating sim, there's
Yeah.
a President Obama, there's everything.
John Cena one is the best.
Is there
Yes,
a
it
third
is.
one?
Oh, what?
There's a game on Kickstarter right now called Grand Old Academy, which is the entire Republican Party.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
What?
I don't know if they've met their goal yet. I've been tracking it because it's funny to me, and I'm just like, this is hilarious.
Yeah, Grand Old Academy.
It's called Grand Old Academy. It's on Kickstarter right now. They say it's satirical, but they take it really seriously, so I don't know.
We'll see.
A satirical dating game. I don't, man. Senpai.
Anyways,
Go on. Robbie Senpai.
Same game.
I want
Yeah,
to
this
be more
is
than
still,
kissed up
this
and
is still.
friends.
Oh my god.
I basically was just like, so I was trying to grab screen captures for this, and basically it was like every time something new came up, I was just like, this is hilarious. I just like kept. Yes. There are so many more that we could go on for hours.
It's funny because we can only show this here because it's a praying mantis. But,
That
you know.
basically, this is a game called Creature Quishio, where you date a praying mantis.
Well, there's other things. There's like a praying mantis and like a bird, and I think there's like a snake
Yeah,
or
and
something.
then there's an Otome version, so you know it's
dating a
really
bird?
Yeah, so here we go. Namco High. We have one where you date Hannibal Chow from
Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim.
It's called Chow Chow Love.
Jurassic Heart
I
with
would
the
do-
ukulele playing T-Rex.
I
That one's fun.
would date Ron Perlman. Best part about Namco High, it's Andrew Hussey.
Yeah.
Like paired up with Namco, it was like we're gonna make a game, and they did.
Are you serious?
And
Yeah,
it's pretty
looking up
good.
the right
Like that's
corner.
the thing. It's surprising.
Yeah.
You just date Namco characters.
John Cena's Sexy High School Adventure still holds a place in my heart as the most off-the-wall, amazing visual novel I've
They made
ever
a
played in my
sequel?
life. It does. It does have a sequel, actually. Funny enough, it has a sequel.
I have not played Level of Chow yet. I'm planning to.
Jurassic Heart.
I'm gonna track it down. I'm gonna find it.
Yep.
Date Ron Perlman. Yay!
Yay!
That's the fun part.
Audience
We have
participation.
so much time.
We do.
We have so
We
much
talk
time.
really fast, guys.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
okay, weird story. We had thought this was only gonna be an hour. We had planned for an hour and a half. They told us then it was only gonna be an hour. Then it went back to being an hour and a half. So it's like,
Here we are now.
Here we are.
Yay, more fun.
Woo, we can do more stuff. Yay! Woo! So I don't know the first one. I'll let you go.
All right. Yeah.
Do
So
stuff
what do
while I
we
get
need
stuff.
for this?
We need.
Okay. So we need a female, a male, and either a female or a male. If anybody is uncomfortable with horror elements, this one might not be for you. Just putting that up.
Oh wait, 99. Who cares about 999 spoilers?
Oh, that too. Yes. Nobody cares about 99 spoilers.
We have one
Okay,
in
we're
the
gonna be
back.
fine then.
I think
All
we'll
right,
be. I think
so,
you'll be. We're gonna give you some of these scenes. Now these are actually. We've actually done this. The series that we're gonna do, we've done before, and we're gonna give you a chance to do it, and maybe we'll give you advice. I don't know. We have time. But what we've also done is the scripts. We don't have any info on it because we'll give you a little bit of info because vast majority of time, and you know you guys can help me attest to this. When you go in for a voice acting audition, you don't get anything. You'll get sides for a character. You may get like 3 to 5 lines, depending. Maybe I think the most we've ever gotten is 10. For that was like, whoa, we got 10 lines, man. You'll get a description. You may get art. You may not get art. So it's really important. Sometimes you don't even know what the story's about.
They might just say medium voice.
They might say medium voice. You could get anywhere. You could get anywhere between the most longest backstory you're never gonna need, which just happened for like newer producers who don't realize who are like really gung ho and they don't realize that I don't need to know everything. Okay.
Or they could tell you nothing.
Or they could tell you nothing. They could say, hey, I need a high pitched voice.
Okay, so fortunately in this case, we're not mean, so
Yeah,
we're going to
we're
tell
nice.
you a little bit about what the scene is about.
Just a little, like.
Okay, so, how do I explain this scene?
So
already.
basically,
Yes.
we're at the very, very end of this game, and what has happened?
One of them.
It's a visual novel, so of course there are multiple endings. We're at the very, very end.
And it's a bad end, so people will
have
die.
been dying right and left this whole game.
Oh no.
Fun.
You're
Yes.
all stuck in a ship until you figure out how to get out.
Oh wow.
Pretty much, and okay, so everybody's gone away to go look for things, leaving the main character by himself, and this girl who's going to come back up an elevator named Clover.
Any questions?
So that's all the information I'm going to give you for that one. One,
Yes.
yeah, keep going.
That's weird. Like that is like, wouldn't they already be? That's from the game. That's not even like a transcription error. That's just how it is in the game. Okay. Well, we'll tell you a second. We'll tell you a second. We'll tell you a second.
What game is this?
We're gonna tell you like 2 seconds. It's a secret. Okay. Oh, now it's not anymore apparently.
But you said it earlier.
I did say it earlier. It's about chips.
By the way, this game is on Nintendo DS, and I think they are also remaking it for Steam, if I'm correct.
Yes.
There's a new version coming out.
Yes. So this game is 999. It's part of the Virtuous Last Reward series. There's 999. There's
Zero Escape, yeah.
Zero Escape and Virtuous Last Reward.
Just like 9, 9, and 9.
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
some-
Yep. If you look
9
on-
persons, 9
9
hours, 9 doors.
I
So
may look
That's
it up at
ominous.
home.
it's really good.
Put it
I'm
on my
actually.
DS.
I apologize.
Play on the time.
We're gonna let you start. Let's have Clover and Junpei share a mic. It'll reach that far. Actually, how far can this reach?
You go ahead and take the mic. I'll just put that.
Good. Okay. And then our narrator. So what we have here is we have Junpei and we have a narrator and we have Clover. And Junpei, Clover, narrator. And what you'll see a lot of times in these blinded. Is some games will actually have a voice narrator, some won't. It just kind of depends on the style that they're going for. So, horror scene, you want to fill us with dread, give us your best shot.
All right, so starting, I believe the script starts with the narrator.
I believe it does as well. Go for it.
Sorry.
No, go for it.
Coughing in my throat. Okay. Junpei wasn't sure how long they'd been gone when the elevator suddenly opened. A single person stood there. Clover?
Where's everybody else? What happened?
She didn't answer. Instead, her eyes swept the room and then settled onto Junpei.
Where are Alice
Ace and Lotus.
Junpei explained what had happened.
Oh, then they went over there?
Yeah, think so. So, where June and Santa and Seven? Why aren't they with you?
You really want to know?
Oh, sorry. There was something wrong with her smile.
Yeah?
Okay, sure. Here, let me show you.
Clover pulled something out of her pocket and tossed it onto the floor at Junpei's feet. He looked down on the floor. In front of him were 3 metal rings, bracelets.
Oh my god. Oh, holy shit. No. No way. This has gotta be some kind of joke. This can't be real.
Just to give some context, the bracelets only come off when people's heart rate stops beating.
It gets
so that basically means they're all
explained.
dead.
It gets explained.
It's hard to turn the
Good job.
page. Sorry, it's hard to...
It's okay, it's okay. Give it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, narrative. Line.
It should be.
Yeah, just at the top.
Yeah. Junpei's body felt like rubber. Sweat poured down his face. The 3 bracelets sat there on the floor before him. He could see the numbers on their faces. 3, 7, and 6. Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1, you escape from this ship. 2, your heart rate reaches 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the shop or detects that its wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
Why?
Revenge for my brother. He was forced into door 3 and murdered. You need at least 3 people to open a door. Who were the 2 that opened the door with him? It could only have been Santa and 7. That's why I killed them.
But why? Why did you kill June?
Because she tried to protect them. She was in my way. She had to die too.
No.
Junpei shook his head, trying desperately to wake himself from what had to be dream. It couldn't be real. It just couldn't.
Hey, Junpei.
He felt Clover's hand on his shoulder. Her face looked like a mask made from stretched human skin. The smile that parted her lips did not extend to her eyes. They were dead and empty. The girl in front of him was no longer the Clover he had known. Perhaps she was not even human.
Let's go.
Her hand reached out toward him.
Let's get out of here. Let's leave this ship.
What the hell are you talking about? To open a numbered door?
Yes, I know. You need at least 3 people. But as long as we have this.
Once again, Clover reached into her pocket and pulled something out. It was another bracelet. Junpei could see the number on the face. 0.
Okay. So, because we've time to workshop a little bit. Because we're not going to give like
That was interesting.
Yeah, so basically what the scene was saying is that, oh, she had this bracelet 0, which lets me, so normally it takes 3 bracelets to get through a door. She had one. Real fast, one of the big things that you're doing when we're kind of like, the people, the guys in the List of Project, we tend to be kind of we go from amateur all the way up to like professional voice actors. A lot of us are kind of in that middle ground, semi-pro, get paid sometimes we don't. One of the big things though is in that kind of weird middle ground online community, you have to be your own director. And you have to sit there and go, am I doing this good? because you might not get directed. So real fast. You have time, we can, why not? Junpei, I want you to give me the line where it's like, when you first find out that she, well, what is it? It's like, how did you do this? What the hell? Or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, when he discovers the bracelet.
When you discover,
right?
maybe let's see which one.
Which is pretty much this picture here.
Yeah. Give me. Oh my God! Holy shit! No, wait. This has got to be some kind of joke. At the very bottom of the first page.
Okay, just the same way.
I want you. Yeah, I want you to push it. I want you. You know what? Come out here. Come out here on the floor. Come out here on the floor. This is what I want you to do. Because you can project, so you can do this. Come out here, floor. When you say that, I want you to drop into your knees in agony.
Oh my God! Oh, holy shit! No way! Look, this has got to be some kind of joke.
More.
This
Do it
can't
bigger.
be real!
One more time. Bigger. Huge. You were.
Oh my God! Oh, holy shit! No way! This is some kind of joke, right? This can't be real!
The best part is that's how it goes. It is so much easier. It is so much easier to bring it back. Like we could go further. We could push it. Like I did a fighting game. I'm working on a fighting game. It hurt you. You feel it, right?
Yeah, that's a little woozy.
Yeah, exactly. Good. You're doing it right. So don't get woozy.
You've got to put most energy into it, and then you can bring it back from there if you
Exactly.
need to.
Exactly. So, because especially if you get lucky enough to work with a director, they'll tell you that if they're a good director, they'll push you. But it's easier to scale it back than to push it more. So you just go as hard as possible and be like, okay, let's do it. So same thing, Clover, come forward. I want you to give me the, sure. Give me, there was a really good one I was thinking about as we were doing this. Give me the revenge for my brother, okay? But here's the thing, you love your brother. Your brother is like, you got like a brother-sister complex going on. Like,
Yeah,
no,
big
I'm
time.
serious.
Oh.
It's like Sarah and Michelle from Yuri on Ice. Like, it's like, it's so much. So, okay, your best friend is dead. He is dead, and you killed the people who killed him. Okay?
Not only that, you killed someone else uninvolved.
And you were so
You
mad, you
basically-
killed somebody else as well.
You basically murdered like most of the cast of this game.
Because you were mad. Like, that's how upset you were. So push it. Like, just, it says cold, but like, feel it. Feel the iciness in your heart.
Revenge for my brother. He was forced into door 3 and murdered. You need at least 3 people to open a door. Who were the other 2 that opened the door with him? Could have been Santa. It could only have been Santa and Steve. That's why I had to kill them.
Okay, one more time. But so the volume was good, and you can see it was good. What I want you to try to do, as opposed to going louder, I want you to get like low, like.
And also it's 7.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, also maybe missed up. I don't know. You want to get like just try. As opposed to getting like loud, try getting like when when your mom is so mad, they're not yelling.
Like lower but more intense.
Then they look at you and you're done. You're like, you know what you did and you're done. Try that.
Revenge for my brother. He was forced into door 3 and murdered. You need at least 3 people to open a door. Who were the 2 that opened the door with him? It could have only have been Santa and 7. That's why I killed them.
Good. It's good. Good.
Nice.
Okay, I think the next one. This is the next one. I think the next one's.
Yeah, next.
So how you guys can.
Okay. Ooh, you know what? We're gonna. Okay. Oh, let's skip this one for.
We'll still do it.
We're still gonna do it. We're gonna
one
change
more
the
first.
order a little bit. So, yeah, go ahead and sit down for a second, and we're gonna change the order just a little bit. So, we need 3 girls for this.
Thank you.
3 girls.
For the good of us all, we're all here.
Oh,
Thank you.
let's see, girls. Okay, we need 3 girls. I mean, we don't have to be. Like, we could
And Gwen.
be funnier.
Yes. Here. Take over film it.
Of course.
So you were doing, so here's what we're gonna do. Keeping in mind, here's 1, here's 2, here's 3.
Yeah, we
Keep
kind
in
of turn
mind,
this into like a pseudo voice
this-
actor visual novel panel, you know what?
yeah, it's fun. We like to do it at the end because it kind of like helps you guys kind of feel what these are like. So this is not a bad visual novel. So give it like, oh, you know what?
Pretty good,
you
very
be a good
character driven. That's
okay.
why I enjoyed it.
Do Megami, do Sachi. Just take 2 seconds. So this scene, so this is a romance game, okay? So it's fluffy and it's light and it's cheerful and it's like, we're lesbian ghosts and we wear uniforms. Like, if I had to do a dance, this would be it, or it'd be like a it'd be like a Hatsune Miku dance. So we're lesbian ghosts. Yay!
Yay!
Do you guys want mics?
Alright, do you want mics or project?
Yeah.
So a little bit of background real fast. Megami and Sachi, wait, because you're doing So Megami and Sachi are the ghosts in question, who've been in love for like 30 years, I think, at this point, but as ghosts.
Which are which?
Okay, so this is Yuna, this is Megami, and this is Sachi. So if y'all have had a chance to look at it, go ahead and keep it light, keep it fluffy. You're teenage girls, you're in love.
This is basically the mission briefing for Yuna.
Yeah, that's why we're not even going to describe it, because you're going to hear it all right now.
Yes.
So start Phil already.
Thank you. I'm overjoyed. We did it, Sachi.
The two of them clung to each other and leapt for joy. Well, I suppose they never had anyone who could see or hear them before. Looking at their happy faces seemed to lift a bit of the weight off my chest.
The school has always had girls like the one yesterday with feelings hidden in their hearts. If we can help their feelings reach the girls they care about, no matter the result, I think they'll cherish the memories forever. Yuna-san, I wanted this school to be somewhere these girls' feelings would have to wither.
Well, that sounds reasonable, and I'm sure she really feels that way. It's not a bad thing to want, not at all, but why does it have to be a romance between girls? Though I suppose that's inevitable, considering the circumstances that led to these two becoming ghosts.
Let's nurture more wonderful couples here. We can do this, Yuna. Now, which girl should we help first? Oh, I know. We can help those girls you found a little while ago, Sachi. The group of 3.
Wow, are there more girls like these two here? How are they finding them anyway? I don't get this stuff at all. Girl-girl romances or these two ghosts, but, well, one thing at a time.
Huh? What? Did you say something?
No, just talking to myself.
Let's do our best. Together, we can make this school a paradise for young women in love. A Eurytopia. Sachi, you're so cool!
Wow, she liked that, huh?
Starting today, we'll work even harder, Megumi, for our Eurytopia. Yes, Sachi-chan, for our Eurytopia! Thank you for your help, Yuna-san.
Sure, maybe I was a little hasty. So I thought, but the two ghosts were already celebrating in front of me.
Eurytopia!
I didn't know what to say.
All right. First of all, I want to get a Eurytopia for everybody. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Eurytopia!
I love it. I love it so much.
That was so good, guys.
Broke my heart. Real quick. So we're gonna. So one of the big things, because we have two girls that are very, very similar, Inoki and Sachi. So Yuna's in a basic comedy routine. Yuna's our straight man. She's our. She's the
Our straight man.
Our you know what? I am actually convinced that Yuna may be ace. As far as I've gotten, I'm like, she hasn't thought about romance. I wonder. That's just headcanon. I don't even know. There's no canonical evidence for that. It's just my thought. Anyway, but the thing is, when you have two characters, they can, in theory, be very similar to Sachi and Megami. And in a game of 16 teenage girls. Yes, I think I'm for a minute.
Yeah, that's about right.
16 teenage girls. In the original release, I think was 10 actors, and then in our version, it's like 12. So there's some double casting and stuff. In that kind of thing, that's why it can become important to kind of delineate these different girls, because visually, you can tell them apart. Some are wearing sportswear, some are wearing uniforms, but also vocally being able to tell them apart. So you guys gave very, very similar reads for Inoki and Megami. Totally fine. What I'm gonna try this.
This is also a very good example of a static visual novel in which it's mostly just a book and there's not really any choices to make different endings.
Yeah, you get
it's
you
just
get
a story.
That's actually a really good point. There's basically really only one story in Kindred Spirits, but the way it's set up is Yuna is going around and getting all these couples together. So within the main story, there's 8 little stories. And then you make some choices along the way to kind of get slight variance in some of the dialogue. But yeah, overall, there's really only one story, one main story. So just to get so what we're gonna do, we think is something fun.
We got to do the senpai. We have like 15 minutes.
Oh man, okay. It's 12:30.
Oh, it's 1:30. Sorry, never mind. No, we're good. Let's
no,
go.
It's
Let's go.
12:30.
We're not
It's
out of time.
12:30 currently.
Currently,
I'm gonna
yes.
go to 1. So we'll do really fast. I want to just super fast. I want we'll just say Eurytopia. All you're gonna say is Eurytopia. I want Enoki, but I want you to be a little more. You're a little more of an adult.
Me?
Yeah, right. Enoki's a little more of an adult. They're a little more. I'll tell you all 3. You're more of an adult. Like you're excited, but you're hesitant. You're reticent.
Reserved.
You're reserved. You're. How would you like some tea? Thanks. You know, Megami. You let's play you like super frenetic, like so kind of closer, but like push it. Like you're just like nah! Like just kind of that's my sound effect for that. And then Yuna, we'll play her a little differently. Yuna, just you got it really close. Let's go super sarcastic.
Okay.
Like push it.
So
all I want is Eurytopia, but with that idea. You're still excited. Like you're still excited about Eurytopia, but that's the idea. Alright, go ahead and go.
Eurytopia.
Eurytopia!
I did not know what to say.
That's good. Okay, go ahead and have a seat.
Good job, guys.
No, do we want to do something?
Do we only have time for one?
I mean, we could maybe. Which one?
Oh, yeah,
I
do
mean,
the senpai first, because everybody has better reaction
do they have
right now.
Thanks.
That is true. Okay, all right. We'll let you guys pick then. Do you want to do this
So-
one or not
Go
that
back.
one? That one. Okay, so all right. So raise your hands for number 1, the senpai.
Oh yes.
The Seinfeld one.
Yeah.
Horse Prince number 2. Horse Prince wins.
Okay, so horse prince, we're gonna need 2 boys and a girl. You want to be a horse prince? You get up here and be a horse prince. I need the girl. Who wants to be the girl who's after the Coco? Now we need old man.
You can be an old man.
Oh god.
Actually, no.
Let's go in the back. That'll be fun. I'm excited. I wasn't gonna say that out loud. I literally just picked because that was the hand that was up the most excited. So here's the deal with my horse prince. Guess who's addicted to my horse prince? I started playing it just to like, for this panel basically, and I'm on episode 7. They know that when my phone starts up and they can hear the music, that it's like, oh, she's playing the horse prince game. Alright, so, your Umiko, who is the girl, you're the horse prince Yuma, and then you're Oji-san. Creepy old man. So basically my horse prince just came out. It's a mobile game. It is a game where you have these visual novel elements where you have to pick one of 3 choices. You get either an excellent, or good, or a bad. That gives you energy, which lets you eat carrots, or race on treadmills, or surf, or cut leeks. That was one of them. So it's just one of those games. It's a combination, like kind of a hybrid. Oh, we got puzzles, but we also have these visual novel elements. I don't know where the story goes yet. I think it's just gonna be one story. But it's also showing how the mobile market has been so huge for visual novels. Because you can just load up an anime on your phone and go. Play Mystic Messenger on the go. You know, whatever. And it's,
Has anybody played Reigns, the mobile game? Well, look it up on the mobile store. That's a good example of how mobile games are evolving visual novels.
Yes. Because when you can take it with you, it makes it a lot easier to play. So this is another one that's kind of quick-paced. It's kind of a longish scene, but it's quick-paced, so we can kind of push through it fast. There's a scene, I'm going to expect you to do sound effects. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know how to do this.
Improv.
Improv. If anybody went to the Chris Ayers panel yesterday about improv, that's what we're learning today.
Yes. Thank you guys for the question.
How do you spell, you mentioned that Reigns was a visual novel.
Oh, it's R-E-I-G-N-S.
Oh, like
Like
the rain over.
like the rain over something, yeah.
That's a visual effect.
Alright, so okay, we're buttoned up against our end, so let's go ahead and start. I think it's going to start with our lovely MC, Mako, who you can rename, whoever you want.
They say the princes ride horses, so I thought there'd be some at the ranch, but there's just blue sky and some fresh air.
Okay.
Haven't seen you around here before.
Oh, first person I've seen here. Hi, does this ranch have horses?
Betcha. We train racehorses here.
He goes, do any hot guys come?
Hot guys. We get jockeys.
Oh, okay. Doesn't look like my prince is here.
Are you here to see some horses?
Oh, yeah?
Well, there's one over there. Go have a look. Sparkle.
Oh my god, he's really hot. No, he's a monster.
Nice features, right? His name's Yuma.
He has a human head. A good looking one at that?
Oh, what's that, Missy? Don't tell me. You're seeing this horse as a man?
Yeah, he's really subjectively hot.
Let me guess. You're the horse.
Yeah, I am.
I've heard that weird girls born near the horse sometimes see horses as attractive men. There are several theories to explain this.
That's not possible, right? It's just some kind of newfangled trick.
People with that ability are really something special. Praise, praise.
Do not worship me.
What's going on? I haven't seen you around here before. What brings you here?
Just looking for hot guys. Oops, shouldn't have said that. By the way, what exactly are you?
I'm just a normal racing horse.
There's nothing normal about you.
Way to pick on me. Am I that strange?
You're more scary than strange. This is a terrifying experience.
Wow, that's harsh. But I don't hate you for it.
Huh? This guy like me? No, I can't get the wrong idea. He's a horse. A horse! He neighs and whinnies!
Why don't you give him some food?
Food?
There's some carrots over there. Just give him those.
Oh, okay. Gotta stop doing what I'm told.
I like the skeevy OG song. That was great. I did not expect that. I was like, oh man, OG song, why? Alright. I don't think we're have time to quite workshop that one.
Yeah.
Did you want to do what we were gonna do? That was super vague.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about?
Thing?
The stuff in the
Oh,
bag.
yeah.
Okay, so anybody who came red for us, come up in little groups. So 999 come over here.
Yeah.
Gwen, stay seated. You don't count. Gwen doesn't count because she's part of the project.
Yeah.
She was just helping us out. And then my kindred spirits. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
999 here. Kindred spirits come here. Horse Prince, stay up. Now I gotta play it. He's gotta talk to me. You get push notifications that's like, you haven't talked to your horse prince in a while. You should do that. He guilt trips you into talking to him. It's so upsetting.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we are going to recognize these awesome people that came up there and read for us because this is not easy to do, especially in front of a crowd. And we're going to vote on who the best one from each group was, and they're going to get a prize. Everybody gets a prize, but they'll get a better prize.
So do you want to start with 99?
Yes, that's that group.
Okay, so we'll do
Well, so it's loudest applause wins the big prize.
So loudest noise. So if you boo, first of all, how dare you?
If you yell Eurytopia, you're awesome.
You know what? That's how we should just vote. You know what? The loudest Utopia wins.
All right.
So let's start with the 999 group. We do it that way. You can vote for yourself.
everybody gets a prize.
You guys can yell. I encourage it.
All right. Vote.
You can clap, you can shout, it's whatever. It's just fake.
Okay, who thinks she did the best in this group? Eurytopia. All right, you win the big one.
Alright, I mean, y'all stay up here for a sec. So, Gwen, do that.
Me do what?
I don't know.
Hand over. Grab the bag, and
grab
then
the bag. Grab the bag and okay.
Or scratch that. Just come over here.
Yes.
Here.
Here, go to.
I film.
It's my stuff to be giving out.
Yeah.
Okay. Come over here with me.
In the corner.
I know. Coming up and playing with us?
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we love. Okay. Oh, we have it. Okay. Okay, so Kindred Spirits, Gwen is disqualified. Which is part of the project.
Yay.
So now you have to do your Utopia. It's the Kindred Spirits girls. Okay, so it was Mexico. Okay, so our two hosts, girls played Sachi.
Yay, Utopia! Utopia!
Our girl played Megami.
Utopia!
So difficult. One more time. Okay. Feel it in your bones.
Feel your Utopia.
Okay, we gotta do it one more time and listen. Everybody listen.
Utopia! Utopia!
I think it's
Help
this
me
one.
out.
I think it's this one here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you can go over to okay, the stickers and magnets. Okay.
Parents say we're both very good. Merry Christmas.
All right. Oh, and then our.
Oh man.
Peter, do the next group. So like
All right.
a sticker.
The Horse Prince group.
Behind you.
Do you want a sticker or a magnet? Take one each. Take one or the other.
All right. Horse Prince group.
They could like Minnie for the.
Oh, you should Winnie. Oh yeah, Winnie like a horse.
No, Sparkle.
Or Sparkle.
Sparkle.
Sparkle. Yeah. Okay, that's what we're doing. Sparkle.
So, like, I'm gonna tell you right now, in that part of the game, it just like it's like asterisk, sparkle, asterisk.
That's what it says in the freaking.
I wrote it to make you suffer. And then just kind of appears with like the Shoujo Sparkle.
It's like Edward Cullen, but a horse.
You know what? No, he's better than Edward Cullen.
That's not sparkles. That's shimmer.
All right, Peter.
All right.
Different.
Horse Winnies.
Nay! Sparkle. Nay! Sparkle. Nay! Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.
All right. Okay.
This is not how I expected the day to go.
Nay?
Stickers. You were the winner. You get for CRC. Stickers or magnets. Take one. We have random DVDs. There are games.
Good job.
Okay. All right. So that's gonna be it. For like 10 minutes left.
Does
So
anybody have any questions?
if you
We
have
got 10 minutes
questions
left. Okay, just chat.
about visual novels, about online voice acting, a lot of us are like in that weird.
No.
Yeah.
3 nines.
So I've always had an interest in visual novels. I've never actually done more about them and thinking of that. But I'll say like I'm not really aware of like any like what kind of how many visual novels and what kind of visual novels have been imported to American or available on American systems like PlayStation or Xbox.
That's super
At
true.
this point, you actually have to look harder to find ones that weren't translated, to be honest.
It gets
Like there's a good website called Visual Novel Database. It's vndb.org.
Yeah.
You can go on there and they have a list of like they have everything rated, like every visual novel.
Oh, and like all of what's available in America and like if it's been translated or not.
Yeah, like you can look on each page and it says, you know, only Japanese, only English, here's the full version.
Another available.
Yeah, exactly.
Hope you know that now. Thanks, appreciate it.
There's nothing also.
Okay. Over here. Question over here. Sorry, one second.
So aside from like genres like romance and stuff like that, do they also have visual novels for like traditional epic adventures and stuff like that?
So it can be really tricky. The biggest problem because of like the origins of visual novels, because they're so like graphic, and most of the games you're gonna get are gonna have some manner of romance, but there are some that use a combination of the two.
Oh, okay.
I can't think of it on the top of my head. I just can't at the moment. Like technically, Rand is an epic adventure. Like
The closer thing to it is going to be adventure games like those made by Telltale
Yes,
and
exactly.
previous to them LucasArts.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, those are going to be the ones that have very similar storytelling elements, but have more of the adventure and epic sense to them.
You know, and honestly, if you like the whole like choice, honestly, like BioWare games.
Oh, yeah.
BioWare
I know we
games.
got the illusion of choice, and Mass Effect 3 screw us all, but you know, I mean, all the BioWare games have that kind of element, and a lot of JRPGs have some of the same stuff.
Honestly, I thought that Mass Effect 3 was great up until like the ending.
Wait, I know. We're overlooking the easy one.
epic adventure with graphic novel stuff or visual novel stuff, we've got Persona.
Persona, yeah. I mean, a lot of your JRPGs.
I've still never played that game before. Like,
It is exactly what you're asking for. It's an RPG meets a visual novel.
Yeah, and the biggest thing with your JRPGs as a whole is the time commitment can be really rough. Like Persona 4 in particular.
Or Fate Extra.
It goes.
Yeah, or any of the Fate series, yeah.
Any of the Fate series. I mean, even things like Nino Kuni.
really great. Which one would you recommend starting with?
Oh.
Just start with P4.
Probably Persona 4, yeah. It's PS2. You don't need to play them from the beginning. You don't need to play. They're all a little bit different.
And it's also for Vita.
Yeah, it's PS2 and Vita.
PS2, I thought it was 3 in Vita.
PlayStation, just because the new Ace Combat doesn't seem to be coming out on Xbox.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. A good alternative is a PS TV. It's $50 at GameStop these days and plays any Vita game pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I had a question. Are you guys taking new voice actors? Because I've been dying to get in.
What we do, so we gotta start packing up. Marion,
We
if
have
you
some
want to
social media
unpack my stuff.
websites, and whenever we have new auditions open, then they get posted there.
Basically, like, so follow us. We have Twitter, we have Instagram, we just started this year. Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, and then our site, and then our YouTube. And basically, anytime we cast for a new series, we do it on Casting Call Club, and we do it on BTVA, and we
Find the voice actors.
they're basically these sites where they organize.